Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone. Who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
I could lead them.
Hey there, quirky peeps. I hope you're doing well. Marvel has finally brought the Eternals into their grand scheme of things, and it's needless to say that the film was a visual spectacle. Chloe Zhao did great on her part, and delivered a very unique movie that doesn't usually fall in the MCU formula. And that's probably why the critics weren't fully sold on this one. It took some bold decisions with its characters, especially the strong ones. That could be the cause of disappointment for many fans, as their expectations might be subverted. But I'd say that it was brave, and we probably need some more of these brave decisions in the future. Eternals set up several projects for MCU's expansive future, and I'm sure that we will get all those projects despite the mixed reviews. So without any further ado, let's look at all the movies and TV shows that the Eternals could have set up. The first and the most obvious of those is Eternals 2. After the movie ended, the screen said, Eternals will return in a typical MCU fashion. And with the 2 post-credit scenes, there's enough to set up for an Eternals 2. Speaking of the post-credit scenes, I'm going to issue an obligatory spoiler warning, just in case you've not seen this film. But if you have, or don't care, then I'm going to tell you that Harry Styles showed up as the brother of Thanos, Star Fox. This was actually known to many, since the scene was leaked right after the premiere. 3 Eternals who had built great lives for themselves amongst the humans were all left on Earth. Meanwhile, Thena, Makari, and Droog were the ones who left Earth to convince the other Eternals to stop the emergence. They did not manage to find Eternals on other planets, but one other Eternal found them instead. Star Fox, aka Eros, teleported onto the Domo with the help of Pip the Troll. He said that Cersei, Phastos, and Kingo were in danger on Earth, and that's where we got the setup for Eternals 2. Now these 4 Eternals and Pip are going to reunite with the other 3 Eternals on Earth in Eternals 2. We might see them feel the wrath of Erasem's judgment in that film. Next up, we've got the Black Knight projects, including Excalibur. The final scene of the movie ended with Dane Whitman unraveling his family history by making amends with his uncle. He ended up with the Ebony Blade, which was calling on to him. After wielding that blade, he could become Black Knight from the comics. So, we'll surely get new projects including Black Knight. Kit Harington could lead a solo movie, or perhaps a Disney Plus series in the future. But before Dane touched it, he heard a mystery voice asking whether he was sure to pick up the sword. As it turned out, this was none other than Mahershala Ali's Eric Brooks. He is confirmed to become MCU's Blade. And in the books, Black Knight unites with Blade, Captain Britain, and others to form a team called Excalibur. So we might see this UK-based team of heroes in a future project as well. Since Eric Brooks makes his debut in Eternals, it is safe to say that Eternals also sets up the Blade movie. Blade has officially been under work since 2019, and his introduction in Eternals will definitely lead to his film. So yes, Eternals definitely sets up the Blade movie, and I believe that it also sets up for Thor: Love and Thunder. It's no spoiler by now that Russell Crowe will play Zeus in Thor 4. That will mark the introduction of the Greek gods from Olympia. Now, Eternals initially told us that these beings were from a separate planet called Olympia, but then it was revealed that there is no such place called Olympia. Well, I believe that it was another Spider-Man Far From Home situation. In that movie, Mysterio stated that he was from a different Earth of Marvel's multiverse. But all that turned out to be a script written by Gutterman.
Exactly the kind of thing people will believe right now. I mean, everybody bought it.
Still, it had managed to market the multiverse for the future, and now almost everything in Phase 4 is about the multiverse. In the same way, Eternals has probably marketed Olympia by faking it. And soon we're gonna see Hercules, along with Zeus and the other Olympian gods like Ares. Now focus on the next one, because I think that you may not have anticipated this one. Yes, Eternals will probably lead to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. By now, everyone knows that Tenoch Huerta will play the Prince, or perhaps the King of Atlantis, Namor in Black Panther 2. In the final act of Eternals, Cersei stopped a Celestial from emerging and destroying the entire planet. Till now, Namor or the Atlanteans haven't reacted to anything that has happened in the surface world. They stayed underwater even after the snap killed half of their population. But with Tiamat turning into a glacier in the midst of his emergence, the damage the Celestial's initial birth will have on the oceans would be fairly severe. And that could really anger Namor the Submariner. So, he'd finally retaliate, and Wakanda will stop him. So for the final setup, we've got the new Avengers. In the end, Arishem picked up Cersei, Phastos, and Kingo. He warned that if planet Earth will not prove its worth, then he'll return to cast his judgment. Now that the Eternals are not bound by celestial laws, they should start interfering with human matters. After all, Cersei and co have to prove that the choice of saving humans over a life-giving celestial was the right one. So, they'd get involved in making Earth a better place. And the likes of Cersei could do that by joining the Avengers, just like she did in the comics. In that way, Eternals has also set up Avengers 5. Yes, it has killed off 2 of its most powerful characters, but we've got Cersei and Black Knight, who could become regular members of the Avengers. So it's cool. Honorable mention, Star Fox Projects. Eros is a huge character, and Harry Styles has reportedly signed a 5-picture deal with Marvel. So I believe that he won't just return in Eternals 2, but he could also appear in his own solo project. That's where we might truly get to know the character. We could find out about his history with Thanos and his adventures with Pip in a prequel movie, or perhaps a series even. And he also becomes a part of the Avengers in the books. So, there's that possibility in the MCU as well. Did you pick on any future setups in the film? Let us know in the comments. Also tell us if you liked the movie or not. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!